Those machines kill. They kill. It's all they do.
And what about Sarah Connor? She's very complicated and played brilliantly by Lena, of course.
Played brilliant.
What would you say about her?
She is complicated. That's a perfect way to sum her up. She's a lot like Derek in the sense that she doesn't really trust anybody, to take care of her son the way she knows she can. But at the same time, being a mother, she has to learn to let go and allow her son to become who he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to do.
Destiny.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do as a mother.
Yeah. Lena plays it very differently to Linda Hamilton in the film. Would you agree with that? I think she's maybe much more vulnerable.
Well, I think the show lends itself to that. The films were they only had an hour and a half really to kind of push story and move through it. So Linda's portrayal was much more aggressive and much more get down to business now and get it done. Whereas Lena has the opportunity to play those moments and really show the relationship with her son, which wasn't there in the films. Yeah. So I think she's doing a fantastic job.
Of all the complicated relationships on the show, the most intense is between John and Sarah. Who better to tell me about television's most interesting mother-son relationship than the man in charge of the whole thing? So this is your baby, isn't it, Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles?
It is my baby. I mean, although I sort of adopted it,
right?
From James Cameron. But yeah, I'm raising it, hopefully, to not to be some sort of errant child that gets in trouble with drugs later on in life. But we'll work on it.
Did you help cast it?
Yes. Mostly, I think finding the Sarah Connor role was the most challenging. I think trying to find somebody who embodied that toughness, that kind of warrior spirit, but also could be a mother and. I think that's a really hard, it's hard to find somebody who fans don't look at and say, gee, I wish this was Linda Hamilton. And I'm lucky that we found Lena.
Yeah, Lena's nailed it, hasn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we don't have anyone asking those questions anymore now that they've seen her.
There are those who believe that a child in the womb shares his mother's dreams. Her love for him, her hopes for his future. That every moment of your life will be spent keeping him alive.
How would you say she's made the role her own? Because she is different from Linda Hamilton, isn't she?
I think that Lena really finds a nice quietness and introspective. I think that kind of balancing that with the toughness and the fierce will. I think she's brought a little more vulnerability to it, probably. But because I think that was something that we talked about, that sense of loneliness and isolation.
Join me in part 2 when I'll be meeting more of the cast and hopefully getting more top secret info on the new series of Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Don't go away, I'll be back. Still to come, the creators spill the beans on the special ingredients which make the show a huge success. Sarah and I have a shot. Oh, I stood there with James. I've seen that bit. Get very overexcited. I meet a real-life Terminator. I'm not scared of you at all anymore.
You shouldn't be.
No, I'm not.
You should be slightly attracted to me.
We hook up with Series 2's newest character.
Gingers together.
Gingers together, absolutely. And finally, we find out, can a robot really be jealous?
Machines. You can pretend they're not, but they are coming, and they are faster and stronger, and they have been built to do one perfect thing: to kill you.
Mom! Go!
It's going to change.
I need her. You have to stay away.
They carry death with them.
Things have changed.
Are you here to kill me?
It's life or death.
The brand new series of Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Next Thursday at 9, exclusive to Virgin One.
Coming up, more juicy gossip from the creators.
In the first season, this was the Sarah Connor costume.
So it was. I get up close and personal with the Terminator.
I'm always grabbing people by their necks and holding them up and snapping it.
The surprise new Series 2 character.
I just get to do a lot of killing.
And do the new improved Terminators have feelings? Hello and welcome back to Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. The story so far. Sarah Connor's house from season 1. Yeah. Anyway, we all remember Arnie walking around butt naked when he was sent back in time to kill John Connor. Well, I remember Arnie walking around butt naked. Now I'm going to find out what it feels like to play a Terminator. Played by Garrett Dillahunt, Cromartie has followed the Connors from the future to 1999 and finally to the present, all to complete his mission to kill John Connor. This is one dangerous Terminator. I have Garrett with me. It's my first real-life Terminator. How are you?
I'm very well. Nice to meet you. You're beautiful today.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're such a charmer. Are you pre-programmed to be like that?
It's true.
They hurt me, though. Garrett, you're the first Terminator I've spoken to, first actor who plays a Terminator. How hard is that?
You know,
You've got to be so unhuman, haven't you?
Well, not really, because, you know, we're built to blend in. You know, we should be able to pass. If we walked around like robots all the time, then it'd be pretty easy to spot us.
Mr. Laszlo.
The hardest thing I've found is not being able to register things like frustration or disappointment or joy when something works out. You know, he really just doesn't waste any time with those kinds of emotions. He just keeps going with his job.